And start listening. We just have 10 to review. I have your test, Zoomers. I will open your test in a minute. Everybody else here, I have your test on paper. If you want to go ahead and take it for tomorrow, you can go ahead and do that, which I would suggest since y'all don't typically do anything on Wednesday. So we'll go ahead and get ahead. If you have any missing work, you need to be working on that. Okay. Most of the people in here are those people. All right. I need you to stop talking. How about you finish your work from yesterday today? Okay, much better. Thank you. All right, is everybody good? So we're going to get started. The very first thing is just GCF. There's nothing else that goes on within these two. So again, if it says factor out the common factor, that's just breaking it down. So your factors of 10 are 2 and 5, and we have 3 x's. We have a minus. 90 is 9 and 10.
You never have to.
Because I have it, because you were supposed to bring your notes.
Oh yeah, oh no. Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I need to go. Okay.
All right, 90 is 9 and 10, 9 is 3 and 3, 10 is 2 and 5 and 2 x's. We have a minus. 80 is 8 and 10, 8 is 2, 2, 2, 10 is 2 and 5 and 1 x. So again, you're going to break it down and then just pull out what's in common. So what's in common? 2, a 5, and this. What is 2 times 5? 10. Sorry, y'all, I keep hitting the little thing. 2 times 5 is 10, and then we have an x, and then you just want to write down the leftover. What did we leave in the very first? 2 x's, so x squared. We have a minus. 3 times 3 is 9, and an x. And in the back, we have a minus, and 3 2s is an 8. We're going to do the same thing again. Your test looks exactly like this. Okay. All right, next one, 30p to the 6. 30 is 3 times 10. 10 is 2 and 5. And 6 p's. We have a plus. 30 again is 3, 2, and 5, and 4 p's. And then we have 70, and 70 is 7 and 10. So 7, 2, and 5, and 3 p's. What do they have in common? 2, a 5, and 3 p's. No, 3, not 4. Okay. So 2 times 5 is 10, and you said 3 p's, so p cubed. In the first one, that means I left a 3 and 3 p's. And the second one, I left a 3 and 1 p. And in the last one, all I left was a 7. What happens if we circle everything? We put a 1. All right. One more time. Your test looks almost identical to this. Okay. 1 and 2, you're just going to do GCF, just like we just did. Okay. 3 and 4 are 3 terms. There's no number in front, so both of these are cheater methods. Okay. Guess what's going to happen on your test? Cheater method on 3 and 4. Everybody got it? So they work exactly the same way. So remember, for cheater method, we find factors of the last that add to the middle. Factors of the last that add to the middle. So we're going to go into y equals. We're putting in -5 divide x. -5 divide x plus x. And in our table, we're looking for a +4. What are your 2 factors or your 2 numbers? -1 and -5. Our letter was x and a -1, x and a +5. That's it. all you gotta do. On the next one, we're finding factors of the last, so factors of 24 that add to negative 11. So in my calculator, I'm looking for 24, a positive 24, that adds to negative 11. Negative 3 and negative 8. So my letter is N and a negative 3, N and a negative 8. That quick. So it's been less than 5 minutes and we've already done 4 of the 10 problems. Yes. Got it? Shouldn't take you long at all. So you should have plenty of time to finish your test and your assignment from yesterday and any makeup work that you have. All right, so then on the next one, 5 and 6, we have a number in front, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you it doesn't have a GCF. Let's see, 5 and 6 on your test are exactly the same way. So these are slide and divide. Okay, both of these are slide and divide. So we're going to slide the 5 over. 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. So then we're going to do the cheater method. Negative 40 divide x. Negative 40 divide x plus x. And we're looking for 6, a positive 6. Right there are my 2 factors of negative 4 and positive 10. A and a negative 4, A and a positive 10. Be careful because this might be one of the answers, but what do we need to do? We need to divide by 5. Okay. 4 divided by 5, if you're not sure if it reduces, remember we do 4 divide 5, math, enter. It doesn't, so the 5 goes up. There's your first factor. 10 divide 5, math, enter gives me 2. So it changes into a 2. That's it. All right, any questions on the first 5? Everybody okay? All right, remember too, if you take your test, it's in Canvas and you don't get a 100, you can go back and take it again. I'll take the highest grade, so even if you screw it up, you can't mess it up. Write down all the correct answers and only work on the ones you miss. Real simple, okay? Try it again. So on the next one, we're gonna do slide and divide. We're gonna slide this over. Negative 63 times, if I type it in right, times 8 is negative 504. I wouldn't even begin to know the factors of 504, so I'm going to put them in my calculator. Negative 504 divide x. Negative 504 divide x plus x. And I'm looking for negative 10. There's a bunch of negatives. We're going to keep going. Don't give up on it. These are big numbers, so it's probably going to have big factors, okay? So my 2 factors are 18 and negative 28. So a positive 18 and a negative 28. We did slide, now we have to divide. I'm going to check 18 divided by 8, math, enter. It changes to 9 over 4. So that 4 is going to slide up and be 4x plus 9. Do your 28 over 8. It changes into 7 over 2. So that 2 slides up and you get 2x minus 7. That's it. Any questions? All right. Same thing on the test. 5 and 6 are going to be slide and divide. 7 and 8, I have 4 terms. That's where I do the reverse box. Okay, so I'm going to do the reverse box. So in the first box, I have 56x cubed, 64x squared in the next one, a negative 21x, and a negative 24. When we break it down, is 7 times 8. So a 7 and 3 2s and 3 x's. 64 is 8 times 8. 8 is 3 2s, since there's 2 of them, 2 8s, we have 6 2s and 2 x's. Remember, if we have a -1, we're going to pull out a -1. Or if we have a negative number, we'll pull out a -1. 21 is 7 times 3, and then we have an x. Negative 24 is -1. 24 is 6 times 4. So 3 times 2 and 2 times 2. And there's no x's in that box. And then we look top to bottom to see what's in common. So look top to bottom right here. What's in common in these two? 7 and an x. Good job, both of you. What's in common in this one? 3 2s, which is 8. So there's your first factor. Across the side, what's in common this way? 3 2s, which is 8. What about x's? 2 x's. Very good. Across this way? -1 and -3 makes -3, right? So your two parentheses are 7x plus 8 and 8x squared minus 3. That would be your answer. Next one is the exact same way. We're going to make our box. We have 10x cubed, 25x squared, 12x, and 30. (10x cubed), 10 is 2 and 5 and 3 x's. 25 is 5 and 5 and 2 x's. 12 is 2 times 6, which is 2 times 3 times x. 30 is 3 times 10, 3 times 2 times 5. Top to bottom, what's in common? 2 and x. Top to bottom on this one? 5. And it's going to be a positive, so your first parenthesis is 2x plus 5. Across the side? How many x's? 2 x's, so 5x squared. And then across the bottom? A 3 and a 2, which is 6. It's okay. So you get 5x squared plus 6. Any questions? 7 and 8. So use that box. And again, it's multiple choice, so you'll know if you got it wrong or not. When you get to that point, if it's wrong, just like you do on EDO, raise your hand and we'll help you out. Okay. The last ones are only 2 terms. So remember I told you on that little cheater map or whatever that I gave you, that flow chart, if it's 2 terms, it's either GCF or it's pairs and shares. So 2 terms you always break down. So x squared is x and x. 16 is 4 and 4. What do you notice? Pairs. So we share an x in the front and a 4 in the back. One is positive, one is negative. It's that quick. Don't make it any harder. The last one, same thing. It's only two terms, so we're going to break it down. 25 is 5 and 5. We have two n's. And then we have 4, which is 2 and 2. What do you notice? Pairs. In the front, we have a 5 and an n. And in the back, we'll have a 2. One is positive, one is negative. Any questions? All right, so you literally have an hour to get work done. So today, finish your test, work, makeup day, whatever you need to do, I need it done. Can you sit in here and do nothing for an hour? No. Does everybody understand that? Might as well go ahead and get yourself caught up. Now, if you're caught up and you have everything done, I will not say a word to you, okay? But otherwise, you need to get everything caught up. I'm going to stop sharing, stop recording.